Hello everybody, Tyrone the God 3 here, and what's this? It's an LP of a game! Yes, that's right everybody, I'm deciding to do the LP of this game because this game not only is a game that's going to transition into my next big LP, but it's also like just a game I know I'm good at, so I decided to play it. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pokemon Puzzle League. Pokemon Puzzle Challenge. Sorry, Pokemon Puzzle League is for the Nintendo 64. Anyway, long story short, what I'm going to be doing in this LP is challenging the super hard mode. And I was going to say that I'm not going to lose any Pokemon, but I end up losing one Pokemon in this entire LP. And yeah, that's because the person who beat that Pokemon is a freaking cheater. But I'll get into that later. Regardless, this is Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, everybody. Now, Pokemon Puzzle Challenge and Pokemon Puzzle League are different in the sense that I think Pokemon Puzzle League was made in America and Puzzle Challenge was made in Japan. I think it was like America's response to Challenge was to make League. But League is basically more anime based because it's the only Pokemon game I know of where you can play as Ash Ketchum, not counting Pokemon Yellow because in the end you're supposed that's just a replication of Ash. But it's not Ash himself. So with that said, if you all notice on the right side of the screen, my Pokemon and Faulkner's Pidgey is very bluish purple, whatever you want to call it. That's because this is an emulator. It would be way too difficult for me to show off the Pokemon, this game in its like original form because I don't have the equipment necessary to record a Game Boy Color game, at least not right now. I do have the game Pokemon Puzzle Challenge. It's just hard to freaking do this to it. Like, hard to record it, because I don't know what capture card would be necessary for it. But basically, the object of the game here is to get lots of combos, which are 4 blocks in a row or more, and put them in a row, or you can get chains like what I just did right there with those purple blocks. You saw I was able to strategically make those blocks come together and in a 3 in a row type thing, much like a Tetris attack if anyone's ever played that. And then once I line the blocks up and they're all the same colors and stuff, then if I get 3 blocks and line them up, then they'll disappear. The object of the game is to beat my opponent before my blocks get too high, because if they get too high and I reach the top and the blocks can no longer reach any higher, then it'll count as a loss and my Pokemon will get knocked out. Whatever Pokemon I choose does not decide the outcome of these battles. Like, the Pokemon are literally just here to be avatars for you playing the game. They serve no purpose. If I use like Chikorita against the bug gym leader, then it won't say like not very effective or anything, or it won't make the game harder. And like the type of Pokemon I use won't affect the outcome of the match. So I can use literally whatever Pokemon I want to. They're all just here to, you know, serve as colorful caricature avatars for me playing. And they also serve as continues, because if you notice, there's some empty spaces down there where my Pokemon were. Basically, that means that if you lose all of your Pokemon, then it says continue. It's basically like a game over for you. And when you lose all of your Pokemon and you get a game over, but you beat the game, like you end up clicking continue and then beating the game, then you'll win the whole game if you beat all of the gym leaders, the Elite Four, and Lance at the very end. But Professor Elm will be like, hey, you had to use a continue in order to win this. I'm not very proud of that. And yeah, he'll get on your ass about that. So if you win without using any continues, then you get a better ending. So with that said, we beat Faulkner. The object of the game is to bring the opponent's health all the way down to 0. And sometimes, much like you can recover from blocks, which damage blocks are those things that I got hit with before. The damage blocks are those giant blocks that come onto my Pokemon when they receive damage. And those damage blocks serve a purpose against me because they take up space, and the more space they take up, the harder it is for me to make sure all of the blocks that I have stay down so I won't get eliminated. So yeah, that's their overall purpose. And basically, to get rid of them, you can use a combo, a chain, or whatever have you to get rid of them, just so long as you get 3 blocks in a row adjacent to the damage blocks. Because if you can get some blocks in a row next to the damage blocks, like those right there, those giant yellow blocks surrounding me right now, if you can find some way to get some blocks in a row to knock them out, then they'll turn into regular blocks. And then it's still a challenge, because now you got to find a way to get rid of the regular blocks. But once you get rid of those two, things become a lot easier for you, and you can come that much closer to beating your opponent. Now, one of the things about the differences between Pokemon Puzzle League and Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, in Puzzle League you can actually see your opponent's side, like you can see their side too, to see how they're progressing on the on their puzzle, or on their little puzzle block side. On this one, you can't. You just have to take the computer's word for it, which works against you at a lot of times, especially in that battle against Karen that I'm going to show off later in the LP, because you don't know if the opponent won or not. You just got to take their word for it that they found a way to somehow make a combo large enough to hit you. So yeah. And like I said, I chose this game because a long time ago I had a little year of puzzles, I guess you can say. I say year of puzzles because I got Pokemon Puzzle League and Puzzle Challenge on the same year. So it was a year of me just playing both of these two games back to back, one on Game Boy and one on Nintendo 64. So yeah, it was a large era of me playing these. So I've been playing these puzzle games for a while now. So I'm pretty good. I'm not excellent like some of these people I see on YouTube that go to freaking intense mode and kill the gym leaders without a second thought. I'm not that good, but I am decent. I'm decent enough. That's why I decided to do an LP of it. You know, it's a game I know how to play, and it's transitioning into the next game that I'll be playing, which I really can't wait to play. So yeah. And I'm sorry that this little purple flash has happened in the background because it's an emulator, but hey, what you gonna do? I mean, it's not that bad, and hey, when you win, it completely disappears. So with that said, yeah. So we beat Bugsy, the second gym leader. Oh crap. I just realized something. We beat Bugsy. That means we gotta challenge the next gym leader. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. The next gym leader is... No! No! The memories! The horrid Milktank based rollout memories! I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry you guys, I may have to end this LP early. I can't fight Whitney. I can't even bear to witness it. I can't commentate in a battle against Whitney. She just brought too many bad memories to me when I was playing Gold and Silver and Crystal, and oh, she's using Clefairy. Never mind. Okay. Alright then. Sorry I freaked out there, you guys. So, yeah. I get to fight Clefairy instead. That's good. That's good. And a thought just occurred. Clefairy is no longer a normal type Pokemon. It's a fairy type Pokemon now. So... with that said, Whitney technically didn't have just normal type Pokemon. She technically, if you look at it technically, she had fairy types. Well, yeah, Milktank was the normal type Pokemon. It was her main Pokemon, but technically, she had a fairy type Pokemon. So technically, she was the first gym leader to ever utilize a fairy type Pokemon. Technically. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Say like, oh, well, this gym leader had this Pokemon and now it's fairy type. But as from what I know right now, technically she is the first gym leader to utilize a fairy type Pokemon. Technically. But yeah, with that said, I get a lot. It's really easy to get chains and combos. It's a lot harder to get chains than it is combos, because chains are you gotta make some work for chains. Combos are easy because you can definitely see like, oh, there's 2 blocks up there, there's 2 blocks down here. If I separate this block, then boom, it can make a combo of 4 blocks or 5 blocks. You know, just basically it's putting blocks in a row. 3 blocks in a row doesn't do anything. but it does help you recover if you have a damage block on you. I guess you can say it's not really a sequel, but I guess a remake to this series was made called Pokemon Troze, but I didn't get into it as much. I know it's for the Game Boy Advance. And then I think they're making a Pokemon Troze 2, or like a sequel to Troze. But as far as a lot of the Pokemon spin-off games, I didn't really play a lot of them growing up, and I don't really play a lot of them now. The recent Pokemon spin-off game I played was Pokemon Conquest, and that game is fantastic. I love that game. So yeah, Pokemon Conquest and Pokemon Trading Card Game for the Game Boy Color, that was another good one. But other than that, I really don't see myself playing a lot of the side games. I know there's some really good ones like Ranger and the Mystery Dungeon series. It's just, I never got into it. I never got into the Mystery Dungeon series, and I don't know why. There's also the Pokemon Rumble series, which I played one, like a short demo of, but I never got to play the whole game in its entirety. So yeah, like I just can't get into it. I know I'll end up playing those games later in life, but as of now, I never really got the chance to play those, and I don't know why. Anyway, with that said, we have beaten the dreaded Whitney. Her Clefairy is knocked out. Look at it. So yeah. Take that, Whitney. Ugh. No way! Why? Why? Pokemon X and Y! Don't be so hard on me, I'm just a kid. Which is weird, Whitney doesn't seem like a kid. Like, when in the anime, she seems like she's 18. Anyway, we are here at Ecruteak Gym, fighting Morty. Welcome. The time has come to test the fruits of my training. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of the gym leaders here will be like, I've trained, or I've studied, or yeah, I don't know why. I guess they're really focused on it. Like, even Chuck is like, time to train 24/7, and I know he's like that in the game that he came from as well, so it's not too surprising, but it's like, maybe it's just the Johto gym leaders in general. They all are just very interested in getting stronger in some way. Like, I must train to get stronger. Or Bugsy's like, I must study harder. It's just, I don't know. But they do recognize that you beat them the first time. Because right now I'm playing super hard mode, not easy mode. Because in easy mode, they talk to you as if you challenged them for the first time. And normal mode, normal mode and beyond, they talk to you as if you beat them already. And then the Elite Four does the same thing. So that's pretty cool. And then with the different modes, there are different things happen. The changes don't really happen once you reach super hard mode, because hard mode's the hardest mode. It's supposed to be like the end game. But basically, here's the layout. When you beat easy mode by going through all of the gym leaders. That's it. Like, once you beat Claire, the credits will roll. Then you can unlock, then you go to hard mode. No, not hard mode, normal mode, excuse me. Then when you go to normal mode, then you beat all the gym leaders and all the Elite Four, and then the credits will roll. Then you go to hard mode, and when you go to hard mode, you beat all of the gym leaders, all of the Elite Four, and then you end up fighting Lance, and once you beat Lance, the credits will roll. And that's how it goes. And that's basically all of it. Then you unlock super hard mode, which nothing happens afterwards. You just beat super hard mode. But then Professor Elm will tell you, hey, there's another mode you can do called intense mode, and it's fucking insane. Yeah, intense mode's bullshit. They don't even, like, you can continue as many times as you want to. Like, they don't matter about that one because they know it's hard as hell. And you can use as many Pokemon as you want. Like, if your Pokemon gets knocked out, you can use that Pokemon again. Because they know how hard it is. So yeah, that's the overall layout. I'm gonna go ahead and admit it, I'm not good enough to play this game on intense mode. But I am good enough to play it on super hard mode. Unfortunately, I'm not good enough to play it on super hard mode without losing any Pokemon. Because that was my goal. I wanted to beat this whole LP without losing any Pokemon. But I ended up losing one Pokemon in my run, and I kept doing it, and every time I kept doing it, I kept losing one Pokemon all the time. And I didn't want to keep this going any longer because I want to get this LP out of the way so I can get to the next game. I almost said what it was. And a lot of you probably already know what it is, but you know, I really want to get to the next game, and I didn't want to push this any longer. I mean, hell, I was supposed to do this literally right after I was done with Pokemon Emerald, but that was too late. So with that said, I end up beating Ghastly. Bam. There he is. And a lot of y'all think, well, Tyrone, would you do an LP of Pokemon Puzzle League? No, because I'm already doing one of Pokemon Puzzle Challenge. And to be honest, these two games are literally the same, except one's based more around the anime. But with that said, we have beaten Morty, so next time we will battle the rest of the gym leaders. So I'll see you all then, everybody. Tyrone the Guy 3 out.